taking the 458 to Ferrari. It's do or die today. Taking it for a checkup and a free maintenance, and hopefully everything goes smooth. Ferrari doesn't say anything weird. I'm a little bit nervous, but we have our wheel set up on point. We have our height on point. We're gonna warm this thing up, take it outside, and drive off to Ferrari, fingers crossed. I'm gonna go ahead just a little bit early. Our appointment is in 30 minutes. I'm assuming there's gonna be a little bit of traffic, and I kinda wanna take my time. I wanna make sure there's no weird noises or anything like that. And everything is buttoned up and everything is technically done, but this will be the farthest drive we have done. We went to O'Gara the other day, and that was literally a 2-minute drive. This is gonna be a 20-minute drive on the freeway and actually driving. And we're a little bit lower now, so I don't know how annoying it's gonna be getting over bumps and stuff because our lift system isn't working at the moment. So there's just a whole bunch of things that make me really nervous right now. And I know you guys are probably over it and you're like, Teach, shut up. You drove it, everything's been good, you don't need to worry about anything, but I'm still super worried. I'm gonna be honest, I'm still nervous. And I think I have every right to be, quite honestly. And the car keeps going back in car wash mode. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I keep disconnecting the battery and restarting it, disconnecting the battery, and I'm out of gas. So I probably should get gas. I need to get gas first. Initial reaction on these springs, you know, they're still coilovers, but the car is lower. Drives perfectly fine, drives completely normal. I don't notice anything different. Not that I have much experience with it anyway. I feel like I have a slight rubbing on the fender well in the front right. The front right is a little bit lower than the front left. So maybe when we're at Ferrari, I'll ask them to raise the car because I know they can do that. Last video, I was pretty hyped up. I'm trying to play it cool this time. This is my 3rd time driving it more than 60 seconds, so that's good, right? Okay, let's go, baby. See what I mean? That the alignment's not that bad. The steering wheel is a little bit off to the right, but really not that bad. So far, all is well. Temperatures are fine, idle is fine. It keeps resetting and saying that we have warnings and stuff like that, but nothing bad to report. I'm just gonna stop talking. We're just gonna get to the gas station. All right, we've put 12 gallons in this thing. I'm gonna stop it there so we are not late for our appointment today. I keep calling it an appointment when it's really just like an oil change, but for some reason, because it's Ferrari, I feel like it's super special when it's really not. It's not at all, but whatever. Okay, let's beat it. First freeway entrance, dude, the car handles so amazing. And I'm not even like driving wild, I'm just driving it like a normal car and it's just so planted. I wish I could describe it to you guys. This panel fell and the battery is rattling, but other than that, it's like so silent in here. And I have it just in full auto mode and like the normal driving mode, so it's not loud, the valves aren't open. And it just cruises and everyone is like staring and giving thumbs up way more than any other cars. Even like all like the wide body stuff and the loud crazy stuff. I mean, this car, just because it's an exotic, you know, people have some like, you know, weird respect for it, but it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I'm gonna angle this shit here. I can hear it rubbing that fender liner on the front right. It must be a little bit too low. But wow, we've made it somehow. I feel like I belong. All right, well, I just parked outside the dealership. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go, and I need a quick pick while we're out here. So we're gonna shut her down, go inside, and see what our next steps are. So let me give a brief little overview here. The reason why I'm a little bit sketched out is because I have some maintenance that it's free that I get to get done by a Friday. That's why I'm here. But I was told that if Ferrari sees your car and they see that it's rebuilt or whatever, sometimes they can like flag your car and be like, oh, that's rebuilt, we're not gonna cover that car anymore. And I do not want that to happen with this car. I'm just a little bit nervous of how they're gonna act when they see it. I have no idea. So I'll relay the information as I get it to you, and I'm pretty sure I can't film in there, so we gotta respect that. So really quick, I want to show you guys this. Right here is a 2014, I believe. A 2015 458, has 4,000 miles just like our car, and it's like a base spec, doesn't have all the carbon options and whatnot, but they're selling it for 224. And ours is the same model, same exact miles, but like way higher spec. Just interesting to see like what ours would be going for if it wasn't crashed. Anyways, let's go find where we're supposed to go.
One eternity later.
Woo! So I have have some good news and I have some bad news. Well, I don't know if I call it bad news, but it's definitely not good news. We learned some new things about the car today, which is what we wanted. Sorry, I'm being blinded right now by the light. We learned some valuable information today. We definitely need some more work done on the car, but we're gonna drive the puppy home. We're gonna enjoy it because we got the green light that the motor is good, all that stuff is good. Like I said, I'll dive into it once we get back home, but let's enjoy this drive a little bit, and then we'll go through and we'll talk about this stack of paperwork that I just got. That was the first time I've ever floored it in this car. Yo, that's fast. Oh my God, that scared me. All right, we're in 7th gear. Drop it down to 6th, drop it down to 5th, drop it down to 4th. Oh my God, this transmission is just gnarly. It's just like bing, bing, so fast. I have it in race mode, so the valves are opened up right now, and it's a little bit louder, tighter steering. Yo, I can't believe we're in this car right now. I cannot, not even that, I can't believe that it's actually ours. That's what's mind-boggling. Well, I learned something new today. When you turn the car off, you don't put it to neutral. When you turn the car off, the car should be in first or in reverse, and then you turn it off. Otherwise, it puts you into car wash mode. So that solved a really big mystery on this car that I've been trying to figure out since I got it. Stack of paperwork, yay. Look at that lineup though. They go well together, boys. They go really well together. Let's break this all down because we have a 100-page stack of information. Now this is all this like ECU codes and all that stuff, but they had the car for about 4 hours today, which I had a free maintenance done, which was awesome. Every even year I get a free maintenance. When I asked about the black flag stuff, they said that they don't normally black flag cars, and it's very rare that they've done this, but they don't normally do it unless it's a salvage title car. But because technically my car was crashed, but it was clean, they said that it was okay to keep that warranty or that maintenance plan on the car. So stoked about that. But with that, they did an oil and filter change, they did a pollen filter replacement, air filter replacement, brake fluid flush, and they changed the compressor belt. All that was done free. Shout out to the master tech there, and shout out to Nick for helping me. The brake fluid in there was so old that it actually started to turn to like sludge, and they caught that. They said that's a very typical Ferrari thing, which I didn't know about, so shout out to them for finding that and fixing that for me. And the reason why the car was smoking so much at startup is because the whole entire back air filter was like covered in oil because we overfilled it. They actually said that the motor was in great condition. They were like, hey, if there's anything to take from today, you know that your motor is in good condition and the rest of the car is in great condition. But we do have some issues. I don't know if I'd call it issues, but we do have some things we need to address, and we need to figure out the best way to go about doing them. Ferrari said if they wanted to fix the problems, it would probably cost about $15,000. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna diagnose it ourselves because there's no other way to do it. But what we need to do is essentially, we have two main issues on the car right now. One, we're having a power steering malfunction, and we're having a airbag malfunction. I'll start with the airbag issue. Airbag warning is still on the car. So right now it thinks that the car has been crashed, and so the airbags right now, if I was to crash, they would not deploy. I would just die. I would just hit the steering wheel and I would just die. We did replace the airbag ECU, but the car still says it is still in crash mode. Now, I have two crash sensors that I have not replaced because I haven't figured out where they're supposed to go. It either goes in the front harness or somewhere inside the car, but I need to replace those. If I replace those crash sensors, which we can do in the next couple days, it may clear out the airbag ECU thing. Right now, that's kind of like my biggest, it's my biggest fear. It may clear it, might not. If it does clear it, sweet. If I replace the sensors and it does not clear the airbag warning, then either the airbag ECU needs to get replaced again, and because I bought a used one. They said that the used one right now has a crash history on it, but I was told it doesn't. So I need to get those crash sensors in the car and see if the airbag ECU is freaking out still. But that's probably like my biggest concern. Secondly, the power steering has a malfunction right now where the car thinks it's, let me explain it this way. When you're on the freeway, the Ferrari tightens up the steering wheel a little bit, and when you're cruising at like 5 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour parking speeds, the steering wheel is a lot looser. They said right now when they drove my car, they said the steering wheel is way too tight for just cruising around the parking lot. There's a sensor on the power steering rack that is malfunctioning, and it says that there's high tension, meaning like it's too stiff. It shouldn't be this stiff at this speed. That could be a couple things. That could just be we need to fix the sensor that's on the power steering rack and we could be good. Or they said because you guys put put together a new wiring harness. They said, you guys could have done a 10 out of 10 job, but they are very, very finicky. I talked to the master tech and he said that if the resistance is off just by any little bit, that could be causing all these other issues around the car. So they said a lot of your issues did fix, which is good, but not everything will potentially go away. So we need to chase the power steering issue. We need to see if we can fix that. Or they said if you want other problems to go away, you can just order a blue. Stop it. They said, or you can order a brand new harness from Ferrari. They'd sell just that front harness, which we would need. That harness is $6,000, which I know initially sounds like a lot, but I mean, give and take. Everything's kind of relative with Ferrari. Our next steps is we need to figure out our power steering malfunction, and we need to figure out our airbag sensors and ECUs. Once we chase those problems and get those dialed in, the rest of the car is good. The car's not leaking anything, or they didn't say it was leaking anything. They didn't say they noticed anything else bad. The car's still due for an alignment, which needs to happen. We still need to replace the windshield. Both those things I have scheduled for next week for appointments. But other than that, she's pretty good. Some of the employees there got a pretty good kick out of my car and were like, yo, that's cool, good on you. I think they said one of them was actually a subscriber, but I didn't get to meet you. So if that was you, shout out to you. I was nervous because I thought they were gonna tell me to get out because it was crashed and they didn't want their hands on it, but they said, hey, we wanna work with you here. We're gonna do the best we can to help you keep around, but they said, just know if you start modifying this car and bringing it back, we kind of just can't help you on some areas, or we can't replace things or help your car and fix it for free if you've modified it in ways that are causing it. So they said just be smart about what you do and be very careful because everything is very, very tricky, and they really said that they think I should just replace the front harness even though we fixed it. They said your wiring could be perfect, but the resistance still could be off in some places. You know, I don't have the best understanding of that, so I don't know what more to say about it, but I'm gonna make some calls, figure out what's our best option. Boys, we're in the clear, we're making good ground. I feel like every video I'm like, it's done, but like it's not really done, and it's gonna take a while to get this thing. It's gonna take a while to get rid of all the ghosts that the car still kind of has laying on it, but I am super happy with that. This Ferrari journey has been amazing, and shout out to all you guys that have been watching this series, and it's been awesome. I've learned a lot, I've met a lot of new friends, and I'm excited to see where this car takes us. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and keep moving forward.
As much as this is a good thing, we're going to change it out. Here we have the new Tom's taillight. This is essentially Miley's new booty cheek. Let's go install it.